A big surprise in all sense of the word this morning as developer Studio Wildcard announces that Ark Survival Evolved is hitting Switch in its entirety. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Gabe is here, and man, this is a pretty interesting move. Showing the power and the possibility of the Switch, Ark Survival Evolved, the same version from PS4 and Xbox One with the same suite of features, is hitting Switch this fall. Now, just to be clear, this is not Wildcard's free-to-play mobile version of Ark. This is the full Ark experience, and that's really nifty.
Yes, I'm super surprised about this. Ark was at first notoriously hard to run on PC for a lot of people. Since then, it's of course been fixed. The console version runs relatively well from what I hear. I haven't played it on console, but it's cool that a game of this nature is making its way to Switch. I'm a little bit bummed that this is the game. I do wish it was something that's a little bit more current, because I feel like Ark's time has come and gone as far as being extremely popular. It's still popular. It's just PUBG's out here now and Fortnite's out here now. So I wish those level of games were coming, but this is a really good get, I feel like.
And I think it definitely, maybe not in actuality, at least in principle, says, hey, Fortnite can be done. Hey, some of these bigger games can be done. Now, Ark is a mid-2015 title, so it'll be 3 years old when it releases. And yeah, I get what you're saying, Gabe. That's a little bit of it's not the newest thing, but it is still amongst the most played games on Steam. It still is a very popular title, and it offers a very interesting experience for a Nintendo console, something that would have never occurred on the GameCube, the Wii, or the Wii U, right? It's a big multiplayer, social-focused title.
Yeah, I am infinitely curious how this is going to work. Communication is super important, right? When I play this game on PC, or when I did with my friends, we were all on Discord, and maybe you could do the same thing on Switch, right? But since voice chat isn't something that works incredibly well on Switch, I wonder how they're going to work with that. Also, how is this game going to run undocked, excuse me, when you're playing handheld? That's something that I'm very curious about. I want to see what that's going to look like.
Well, I had two interesting ideas based on this. One, what other games does this open the door for? And two, is this part of Nintendo's greater plan to really make an online push behind that September launch? They say this is coming fall, obviously no month given, but if we're looking to line up, say, Smash Brothers, Ark Survival Evolved, and Fortnite behind that online launch, does that gain momentum and really give Nintendo a great push to say, hey, your favorite multiplayer games on the go for cheap?
I see the sentiment. It's just that I truly feel like Ark isn't gonna move anyone's needle, right?
Maybe not individually, but as a packaged, group of games.
What I was gonna say is that the one saving grace of this is Nintendo fans haven't played Ark, right? And yeah, there's crossover. There's people that play Nintendo games that do play PC, but if you think traditional Nintendo fans, they maybe haven't even had a chance to play this, except on mobile, and the mobile version is obviously going to be inferior. This has parity with the other consoles. No mention of crossplay or anything like that, right?
Right, no.
So
very few details. But hey, it was a million seller on PlayStation 4. It was much more than that on PC. It's not going to be a giant needle mover, but I do think it contributes to a sentiment of Nintendo stepping up in the online space and stepping up in the overall gaming space to say, hey, we are no longer opposed to any sort of game, right? Mature rated, come to Switch. Big online multiplayer, come to Switch. Social focused open world, come to Switch. And I think, to me, more than Ark itself, it's what it stands for, and it seems like E3 could add even more to this list. And whether it has parity in power, moot point if it's going to get games and genres that you come to expect from your main console.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a good get for them. My reservations aside, and you asked this a little bit earlier, does this open the door for anything? Fortnite has to be coming, not because of this necessarily, right? But it can absolutely run on it. They have it running very well on mobile platforms now, iPhone and Android. Fortnite isn't out on Android yet, but people are losing it for Fortnite on iPhone.
Right.
So if you can get your iPhone to run it, you could probably get the Switch to run it just as well. And I'm excited for that. I really am. But in the meantime, Ark is going to be a good game to fill the gap and introduce people to a genre that they might not even be all that familiar with.
Yeah, and who knows? They could launch side by side with Fortnite. Fortnite could end up coming first. We're still waiting on that announcement, but this definitely leads us in the right direction. Let us know in the comments down below if you think this opens the door for any other cool games for Switch. We know everyone's like, it would be great on Switch, it would be great on Switch. But with this in mind specifically, online social focus games, anything outside of Fortnite that you'd like to see, are you pumped for Ark? Do you think it will move the needle? And do you think Nintendo is maybe orchestrating a major September move in the direction of online social play led by Super Smash Bros., Ark, and hopefully Fortnite? Give us your take in the comments down below, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and surprise announcements like this one. If you want to stay up to date on all of our stuff, follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, links in the description below. Until that time, everybody, have a fantastic day. Thanks so much. We love you. For myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.